Happy Friday the 13th, witches! How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a great Friday. I hope everybody's having a great Friday the 13th. As we all know, today is a very lucky day for witches, which I'm going to get into later with another video. I'm going to do a video just about that because I find it very fascinating and very cool because I have a very, very great relationship with the moon. And also the dark goddess Hecate. She's one of my deities. I worship her. I give offerings to her every day. She's amazing. And today on the Bayou Bruja, I should have said that at first, huh? Today on the Bayou Bruja, we're going to be working with manifestation boxes. I built one. Well, it was already built. I didn't build it. I painted it. I decorated it. I painted the inside. I wrote some stuff on the inside, which I'm going to explain all that whenever I'm just going to point the camera at it and I'm going to tell you about it. It's really not that hard of a thing to do or learn. It's one of the many things in witchcraft that is extremely easy. It is extremely helpful. It is a very great tool to have. Not better than you, though. You're the best tool you have. And we're going to get into it. So hold on tight. I'm going to do a whole segment about what they are, what they're for, and how you build one. I'll be right back, babes. Everybody, we're back, and this right here is my manifestation box. When I first got it, it was just a plain regular wooden box. It had all the little decorations up here on it, but that's it, and it had the latch and the hinges on it, but that's all that was there. It was just one of the regular ones that you decorate, and I use the 3-tone paint method with the wax and stuff. Whenever you paint, you put the wax on there, and when you rub it off, it leaves some spots darker and some spots lighter. And it's a really cool way to paint stuff if you want it to look, I don't know what that it's even called. I don't even know the name of what I did. But anyways, and I have my little steampunk, like, gears and stuff, and my spiders and stuff, because I love spiders. I absolutely love spiders. They're one of my spirit animals. And I'm going to open it and show you what's inside. There's stuff wrote in the lid, and I'm going to get to that in a minute, to why you do that. But you put the stuff inside that you want to create and that you desire in your life. It's basically a very simple thing to do, but it's very effective. It's very creative. You can get super creative with it. You can do whatever you want with it. It's yours. It's what's behind your intention, like with everything, right? So here we go. This is the inside. Like I said, you'll see the words I have painted on it, but, well, drawn on it. But, and my stuff inside. And you can take a piece of paper, but I have these cool little books I found at Target, and they were like 4 for $1, and I got a bunch of them, and I use them for like my sigils and stuff. And this one I'm using for my manifestations, and I put my little triple moon, because today's Friday the 13th, and it's it's like the day for the divine feminine, the dark goddess Hecate. Oh, I love her so much. She's one of my favorite deities. But I have that on anything that I write on, or I attach it to a lot of stuff that I do, basically. But my little book here, and what I do, you write down what you want to manifest in your life, right? You write down what it is that you want. And usually you can put it on a piece of paper, but I just write them in here, and it's big enough to just fit in my box. And that's what I do with it. I put it in my box. And actually, what's crazy, the pen I use to write with, I leave it in there also. So, and I got, you can put trinkets in there along with what you write down for your manifestations. to kind of help it along and help the universe see exactly what it is that you want, because you do have to make it clear. You do have to make it very clear and direct. And I put my keys in there because also, you know, I'm asking my spirit guide, my deity to help me, and these are 9 keys. And since today's Friday the 13th, I thought it would be cool to put this in there because these 9 keys represent Hecate's 9 keys. And I'm adding this in there also. So I thought it was a little cool thing to do. I hope everybody gets into this and wants to create one of your own, because I mean, it's really fun to do. And you can make it any way you want to make it. You can decorate it any way you want to decorate it. As long as it's a box that resonates with you, that's all that matters. That's what it is. Any type of box. Actually, you can use a jar, a shoe box. Anything that you find with a lid that you can shut can be your manifestation box. So, okay, let me see. Like I said, it's a box for creating your desires in life. And it's manifestation box. It sends intentions in the form of manifestation, or your vibration into the universe. You know, I was trying to think of the word. Sorry, I get tongue-tied sometimes. But it's like the universe in return, it'll manifest your desires. It's very straightforward. It's very intriguing. You know, you write your desires down on a sheet of paper. You can add, like I said, some objects and represent what you want along with your paper. One thing to be careful with, though, I have to say this, you have to watch how you write your manifestations. Because a lot of people make this mistake, and I've done it to myself. And we're around a lot of people who use, I don't want to say negative words because not every way you use them is negative. But when you're doing something like this, it is. You want to make it to where it's present tense. That's what I've actually been trying to think of. To where it's more in the present. So you know what I'm saying? And not the past or the future. You want it in the now. You want it to represent right now what you want. That's it. Straightforward. Direct. Like, don't use words like need or hope or want or wish. Like, I need this to happen. I want this to happen. I wish this would happen. Don't do that. Do not do that. Make it to where it's like, this is going to happen. This will happen. This is going to happen now. And like, use I, now, here, present. Straightforward words, stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Don't make it sound like it's something that you want it to occur, you're hoping and wishing, because that's kind of sounding like you have doubt about it. You know? You don't want to have any doubt. You want to make sure what you write down is just like clear and very understanding that you know it's going to happen. It's going to happen right now, and that's what you're manifesting, and that's how it's going to be. That's it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. That's how it's going to be, and you put it in your box. And the universe hears you. I know you're probably like, well, that right there, you can't doubt yourself. A lot of people do spells and stuff, and whenever a lot of us tell you, clear your mind, ground yourself, shield all the negativity away from you. Like, you can't sit there and do something like this. Write down, I hope this happens for me. Because that's like doubting yourself already. That's doubting it's going to happen. So the universe is going to be like, well, is this person ready for this yet? You have to tell the universe, I'm ready for this. This is going to happen. This is how it's going to happen. And this is when it's going to happen. And you write it down and you put it in your box. You can fold them up. You can roll them up. I think y'all get the point about that, right? So, they come in handy for creating intention for what you want and not what you don't desire, basically. It allows you to have creative expressions for what you really want in life. And that's what it's all really about. It's what you want. That's what a manifestation box is all about. And don't feel like you're being greedy either, because this is something you do personally for yourself. And it's done with you and just you alone. If you have a box and like you're sitting around, like you can even have one at work in your desk if you think about it. You can have one on your nightstand or on your altar or in your bathroom by your sink in the morning. And if you don't want anyone to hear you and what you're doing, you don't have to speak it out loud. You can like say it silently to yourself. You see what I'm saying? Where I'm going with it? I shouldn't say that so much. I know y'all see where I'm going with it. But where do you start whenever you want to find a box, right? You look around, you can look in a store, you can look online, you can look around your house. Just find you a box that you want to use just for this. You gotta find one that resonates with you. There's no one size, shape, or form to it either. So, in decorating it like I did, like painting it and making it your own, is very, very encouraged, because you're putting yourself into it. And you do it any way you want. There's no one way to do it or the other. You do it how you want to do it, because I'm going to say this until I'm blue in the face. Like I always say, it's what you want. It's what you use. It's what your intention is when you do something. Someone can use one thing, right? Like that right there is my incense I use to cleanse. Well, those are called LiQWYD incense, because I'm Native American, I'm Lakota. Well, one of my aunties makes these, and I use them to cleanse my space. And I know what's in them, I just can't read it off what's the top of my head, but a lot of people use like the frankincense and the myrrh and all that for a couple different things. Well, I use these in particular incense to cleanse my space and my tools. But just because I'm using it for that doesn't mean you have to use it for that. Like one particular herb someone can use for one thing. Maybe that's how I remember it. I use that herb for that one particular thing because that's what I do. Just because I do it doesn't mean you have to do it. You could use it for something completely different. But as long as you believe that's what it works for, and in your heart and soul that's what it works for, and that's what it's for, that's what works. And people, I'm so sorry about the noise, and if y'all can hear that, I apologize. My neighbor has a race car that he drives for his regular car, so, you know, it's extremely loud and wakes up the entire neighborhood. But it's okay, he doesn't mind. Let's get back to this. Alright, so we get our box, you find one, like I said, really it resonates with you. No shape, no, anything you want. Whatever you can get you a round Tupperware with a lid on it. As long as it seals shut and you can shut it, it'll work. That's what I'm saying. Something that seals shut, you can put a lid on. So, now that you have your box, now you set your intentions, right? That's where the stuff I write under the lid comes in. It's important because it's the way I can say this. I'm sorry, I'm trying to let the car leave and stall a little bit because it's super loud even when he's a mile down the road. It's like you set your intentions on your box. Okay. You see what it's like up here? It says, all my wants will be reality. And on the inside, it's kind of like it's a positive affirmation. That's exactly what it is. It's a positive affirmation for my box. And it's me setting the intention of whatever I put in there, it's going to come true, it's going to happen. That's why I put all my wants will be reality. And you can write whatever you want in there. As long as it's a positive affirmation telling you, when I put something in this box, it's going to be happy, positive, it's going to be what I want, and all negativity is going to be banished. And that's where the ask, and you will it, like you will something to happen, will it. You're asking the universe, you believe it's going to happen, you're letting go of saying it's not going to, basically. Like, let go. Give it to the universe. You know what I'm saying? And you receive it. You're receiving it from the universe. You're taking it from the universe because you manifested it. And the universe helps you do that. So that's what that is. That's what the words are for. It's like you putting your own little enchantment on the box. That's what all that is right there. It's your enchantment spell for your box. It's positive affirmation enchantment spell. And you don't have to write what I write. You can write whatever you want. Like, just look it up. If you don't understand something that I'm trying to say, just kind of just Google it. Google is a great place to learn anything about witchcraft. So, alright, let's see what we got. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything for y'all. That's why I had it all wrote down. And I'm all over the place. So, let's see. Basically, what you see is what you get. Like, I'm not going to show everyone what I wrote, but I have 3 pages in here of things I want to happen. And I have 3 or 4 things wrote on each little page of the different things that are happening in my life that I'm going to make happen, that's going to work, and it's worked for me so far from the time I started really getting back into this a couple years ago until now. So I have my little box, I have my little charm, and I always keep it on whatever I'm writing my affirmations on. I've also got some sigils and stuff I wrote and put in here because sigils are great. Sigils I put all over myself, my boxes, anything I do. I put it like on my skin and stuff when I'm getting dressed. So, and I got my little keys in here. You don't have to just write your affirmations. Like I said, you can get stuff that, like, say you're wanting to get a new car. You want to manifest the money for that new car. Do your manifestation. Write it all down. Put some things in here, you know, like you want to earn more money, get a raise. Money gets, because this isn't real money. This is fake money that I got off of Amazon that I use to write my manifestations on, and I roll them up and put them in a little bag together. So just be creative, you know. Do you. It's not anything hard. It's very simple. It's very effective, like I said. So you can add stuff at any time you want also. It's, let's see. It's hard for me to breathe right now with all this incense smoke. I'm sorry. I don't have my ceiling fan on to blow it away, and it's all coming into my face, and I don't smoke, so it bothers me, and I'm getting all stuffy. So, let's see. You just write down what resonates with you. Something that is connected to, oh, yeah. It's like, it's something that's connected to the law of attraction. You know what the law of attraction is? If you don't, look that up, and this will explain a lot. That's a good thing to study on this. Y'all want to look up the law of attraction and read about it in witchcraft. That's a lot to do with your box, your box enchantment that you do. So there's that. You don't even have to write it on the box. You can even write it in a piece of paper and tape it to the lid of your box. You know what I'm saying? Just stick it in there some kind of way. Like if you have a box that has some stuff on top, just make it to where it stays up there. That's just for like that. It's basically just for your box. So, and also, you can add stuff to your box at any time. It's not just a one-time thing whenever you're doing something for something that you want. Like I said earlier, you can put them anywhere also. You can put one in your car, your purse. You can put one in your bedroom, your bathroom, at work. And you don't have to be loud about it whenever you're Because what you're going to want to do when you're writing down your manifestations, write them down 3 times at the least. And while you're writing them down, read them to yourself or read them out loud. And that helps add the intention, and it helps manifest it how you want it, because you're speaking it as you're writing it. And like I said, if you can't talk out loud, just say it to yourself. It is the same thing, I promise. But you're still saying it while you're writing it, and that's what sets the intention in your manifestation. So that's very important. Let's see. And you can, like when you're writing it, if you want to get like super creative with what you're doing, you can turn it into a small chant. Like rhyme the words. You can do whatever you want. That's what I'm saying about these. These are super cool. It's something that you can do on a rainy day like today. It is storming outside, and I'm so excited because I get Friday the 13th rainwater. Yeah. Yes, I'm a nerd. I get excited about things like that. And like I said, whenever you're writing it, don't just write it one time. Write it 3 times at the least and on, as many times as you want. 3 and up. You want to write it 10 times, you write it 10 times. If you know that's what it thinks, and that you think inside of yourself, that's what's going to get the point across, then that's what's going to get the point across, babe. That's what's going to do it. And then you take it and you can fold the paper up, you can roll the paper up, you can ball it up, do whatever you want to do with it. I just choose to put mine in a book, and this book stays inside of here. And I don't write like very big when I'm writing in this. So I can do one thing that I want to manifest per page. And you can keep it in here. And then every day, like before bed. Before bed is actually the best time. But you can also do it right after you get up, because that's a really good time too. Because I get up at 3:30, so that's kind of like the witching hour still. But you read them out loud to yourself. Or you can read them silently to yourself. I do it out loud because my husband, he knows what I do. I'm very open about who I am and what I do, and I don't have to hide anything from him. He's not a witch, but he is an atheist, so everything that I do does not bother him at all. It doesn't mean like if you're with someone, they don't have to believe 100% in what you believe. But as long as they believe in you, that's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. So, with that being said, visit your box frequently, 2 or 3 times a day if you want. But make sure you do it at least once a day. Especially if you really, really want this to happen. You got to stay on it. You got to pay attention to it. You got to give it attention. It's like watering a plant or feeding a pet. You got to take care of it to make it work, right? That's what we do with these boxes. You got to take care of it to make it work. And let's see. Oh, my nose is so stopped up. And okay, this is really important. This is very important. When you're doing this, you remember to call the universe to help you manifest. You can, whenever, like, I'll take the box out, I'll hold it up against my chest, and I can remember what I write, because I don't make them super long. If you make them really long, it's a lot harder to remember all of it, but just make it like short and to the point, and use words, like I said, like, it will happen, it's happening right now, stuff like that. Don't use any like doubtful words, like, I don't know, maybe, I wish. Don't do that. Make it direct, to the point, and short. That is the best way to do this, so you can remember what you write. Because I do take my book out, I do it twice a day, and I've been doing it twice a day, and I hold it up to my chest, I hold it in my hands both together, and I call out to the universe, and I recite it. Like, I do mine like 3 or 4 times. And, you know, I whisper it to myself sometimes. Just be consistent with it, you know? Like I said, if you want to, bring it to work with you. Have you a little tiny box like this, if you want. You can hold this in your hand. It's about the size, your wallet's bigger than this. Like, come on now. your credit card's bigger than this, but you can wrap up a piece of paper and stick it inside of here all you want. You know what I'm saying? And thank you, Janice. I love my box. That's it. That is literally what a manifestation box is. And if you do have other questions about this, Google it. Go on Pinterest. Message me. And I will help you. I will be right back with my clothes. I'll see you in a second. All right, everybody. It is time to say goodbye. Thank you for joining me today. Like always, I'm so happy to be able to do this now. I'm so glad you are all here with me. Thank you for subscribing. Like, subscribe, and share with everybody. And ring that bell. That bell does matter. And share with your friends. We need to grow bigger so I can do my big ass giveaway I'm going to do for everybody. Y'all are going to like it because it's going to be a bunch of crystals and stuff. So, like, subscribe, and share. Have a great Friday the 13th. Have a great day. And I will see y'all in a couple hours, actually, because I'm going to do another video about Friday the 13th and Hecate. Have a great day, loves.